So, a couple of people wanted my thoughts on this. Here you go. Yeah, Alien Covenant. I just don't feel like that's why I'm being silent, because I just don't want to talk about this movie. I knew way back then, before it was released, I was not looking forward to this, because I hated Prometheus. Well, actually, Alien 3 onwards. Aliens is the last good film of the franchise. Alien 3 killed off the whole entire franchise. Never once recovered after that. But yeah. My brother, he saw this first before me. He liked it. He enjoyed the film. That's his opinion. That's his. Then he took me. I didn't want to see it though, but he took me with him to see this film because he wanted to give my reaction to it because he knows me. I did well. He liked it. I'm the opposite. Just makes me want to break the whole entire thing. I got that for cheap because it was the Black Friday, right? I got that cheap. And this is sad. This is Ridley Scott has all fallen in this franchise. Really, and after this, Ridley Scott, he needs to get out of this, stay away from this Alien franchise. Let someone else take over. He's why? Cause he directed the first Alien. It's a classic, a sci-fi masterpiece. He helps star this franchise. I don't know what he's doing. Before I get all this, yeah. For Alien Covenant, okay, yeah. So Ridley Scott came back to direct because he directed Prometheus. The film it got praise from critics. It's a 68% Rotten Tomatoes. It's a 6.590 B. Worldwide, 240 million worldwide and a $97 million budget. But guess what? It underperforms domestically. Made about 70-some million. It wasn't that even big of an opening on opening weekend either. So yeah, domestically it underperformed. This summer was not that great. A lot of just telling me something. I should just not talk about this, but a lot of films underperformed. So it wasn't that great of a summer at all. The casts. I'll go into everything before I get into all this. I'll just go to the story really quick so I can reserve my energy, because otherwise I'll be yelling. I'd be just screaming at the top of my lungs. Now, this is either one or I would say it's either number one or number two, because there's another film that is also insulting to me as well that came out this year, which is like over a month. Like actually, it was going on 2 months now. This is either I'm still deciding. It's either number one. This is either number one or number two of my worst of this year because as for the worst of I've seen, which okay, I did not like. I will say I did not like Justice League. I did not. Alien. I will still say Alien Covenant was worse than this. All this because I grew up with this Alien franchise, specifically with Alien and Aliens. As a fan as big fans of those two films. This is worse than Justice League still, but Justice League is not good at all. I will still say, which I got a lot of shit for, but I'm not wrong what I have to say. I hated Wonder Woman. I still don't like that film. I got a lot of hate for that though, but I'm not letting that break me because this is my opinion, and I don't want to say otherwise. Okay, a lot of people love that movie. Good. I would say I don't. I don't make fun of other people for liking what they want. Right? It's everyone's opinion. If everyone likes Wonder Woman, that's fine. Aliens Covenant is still worse. It is, but to me, that's not great at all either. For Wonder Woman, Alien Covenant is still worse than those two films. What else I would say? Alien Covenant is worse. Well, yeah, I'll say it's worse than Baywatch, definitely. It is worse. Well, the ones that I did not like this year. Oh yeah, it's still worse than the Transformers, the Last Night. This is still all the ones I didn't like, but it's Alien Covenant is worse than those ones, except for one that's which exactly is on the same level as this. But I'll get to that next time though. But still, okay. One thing is though, there was Neil Blomkamp, the director of District 9. He wanted to do a sequel, which is follow up with with Ripley, Michael Bihn's Hicks and Newt. But because give fans what they want, a real because of about Alien 3, how they killed everybody off. He wanted to do like a true one to please the fans. But 20th Century Fox said no to that, so we went with this. I'd rather watch that than that because, hey, they didn't. If they went with that story, they wouldn't. We wouldn't have to worry about Alien 3. That would have been the true Alien 3. Would have to kill them off. So yeah, they said no to that story, but we went with this. That's the first mistake they did. So instead of that, we get this because Michael Fassbender comes back as David who's the android from Prometheus. And the opening scene, you get Wayland played once again by Guy Pearce, who's younger. He has David, which this is the movie is called David because this is all about David. This is false, which is all this on the trailers and marketing they have with this. This is false. This not appear until like the last under 30 minutes of the movie. That's it. The rest of the whole movie is mostly about David. And why is this called Alien Covenant? It's just called David. So, but yeah, David playing the piano and while Wayland explaining, I created you, and he asks a question, who created you? So, and then he has him pour him some tea, and that's it in this white room. And then you get Ridley Scott rips off his own title of the original Alien title, like the letters putting itself together, and you use Jerry Goldsmith's music. And then you have the ship Covenant, and which it's a colonization ship. It has carrying 2,000 colonists, and including the crew, and Michael Fassbender playing another android named Walter. Then there was this, I guess, a shockwave or something that just hits the ship. All the crew gets out of their cryotubes, except for, okay, when I saw this in the theater, my mouth literally just dropped open like this. I was like that because my brother didn't want to say anything because he saw the movie first before I did. But when I saw that, I was like that. James Franco, he dies. You see him for 10 seconds, literally. He's in the crowd tube sleeping, and then his tube gets burned up and he dies. I enjoy James Franco, especially from his critically acclaimed performance in 127 Hours. The Disaster Artist. That's a film that looks like another good performance from him. The Disaster Artist. I want to see that. That looks like another good performance from James Franco. And I think he's getting. I think he has a Golden Globe nomination for that. He should just show how good a performance is, even from watching from the trailers of The Disaster Artist. With that, and then 27 Hours, and other films I enjoyed him in, especially in the comedy films like This Is the End, and I like him in Pineapple Express, Your Highness, in which all three of those films starred with Danny McBride. But he dies in 10 seconds. You see him in 10 seconds and then he dies because his tube burns up. And then his wife, Danny or Daniels, played by Katherine Waterston or Waterston. She watches a video of him climbing a mountain, and that's it. Even though before there was there was on YouTube, there was characters of the crew. They're given their telling stuff. Before that though, that doesn't really count because it's not in the movie though. But probably sure it's on a special feature here. I don't think. No, there's no features in there. Well, it's deleted and extended scenes, but I don't care to watch them anyway. But it was before that though. I just thought that was an absolute waste of a really good actor I have not seen in a long time. Literally, you bring in James Franco for him to sleep like this and then die in 10 seconds. And this is the start, and that's the start of the movie. After the prologue with the whatever before David. Still, that was the first big insult to me of this film. The first. This film was so cringe-inducing to watch because I was just after the incident with James Franco, I wonder what other surprises it was in for me. Shocking ones, actually. So after that, they bury him. They dump his body in space. Then they fix the Danny McBride and another guy are fixing the sail that from the shockwave or whatever. They fix it. And Danny McBride's helmet picks up a transmission, and they bring it in, and he picks up the transmission is a song by John Denver. Take Me Home, Country Road, that, and which James Franco, he was the captain of the ship. Now it's given to Billy Crudup. That's the guy who played Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen. I think also speaking with him, he had an appearance as playing the Flash's father in Justice League. But yeah. Anyway, beside that, he now decides he wants to go. He decides, okay, there's a transmission. It's a signal. It's the source of it is on this planet, and it's habitable like the colonization planet we're going to. And we know nothing about it. No one knew about this planet. Nothing about it. But he decides to jeopardize the safety of 2,000 colonists for this transmission that came up out of nowhere. Because the planet is like the same type of planet they're going to for colonization. Even Daniels, Katherine Waterston, she says the same thing. Why go to this planet when we don't want to jeopardize the safety of our mission? But of course, the guy doesn't listen because he's an idiot. So they go down there, and Dan McBride, which honestly he was the best part of the movie, even when I had my low expectations, my low expectations of this film, and I know when first the Dan McBride was gonna be cast in this, I wonder what he was gonna do in this movie. Honestly, part of me was right because I like Dan McBride. He was like one of the best parts. Actually, no, technically no. He was the best part of the movie for me. But he was given nothing to do because for most of the entire movie, he was stuck on the Covenant, while everyone was down on that planet. So, but this is stupid, Like you're nothing about this planet, and you're just jeopardizing your whole mission. But Dan McBride, like I said, he was gonna be the best part of the film, but he gets nothing to do because he's stuck on the top of the ship. While everyone takes the shuttlecraft down there, which they don't wear suits or helmets because at least in Prometheus, just in case, they wore helmet suits and all that though, but still. They don't wear nothing of that sort. They're just walking. They see like it's suitable for colonization, and a guy and a girl, they split up, and a guy, he's smoking a cigarette. He steps on some stuff, and then the stuff, wherever it is, it goes up. First of all, it goes into his ear. And there's another guy who is which they later define the ship that was in the movie that uh Shaw and carrying David's head, went and because they wanted to go find the answers of why they're doing this, ask the questions and all that stuff. They find that ship because they find Daniels finds her dog tags, and one guy he sees the pores like the guy who stepped on. He starts touching it, and then which it goes up his nose, and it's like it's just like. Okay. He starts to go. He touches it, goes up his nose, and then him and the other guy, they start feeling not well, and which the girl will take on the guy, go back to the shuttlecraft along with the woman. I guess that's the wife of Dan McBride. The guy vomits blood on her, and still vomiting the blood, and there's blood on the floor, and the wife of Dan McBride, the back bursts open, blood gets in her face, and then she's so stupid because, yeah, there's the thing, what, because of the infection or quarantine or whatever. She locks the other girl in again. I guess that's the wife of Billy Crudup. She locks her in there with it. She's saying, "Let me out, let me out." She could let her out, but why? I don't know, the infection, whatever. Yeah, she got stuff on her face, which, if she's like kind of like affected, if she thinks, why are you locking this? Because she locks her in, which she could let her out though, but she doesn't because she's an idiot. Yeah, she's scared, she panics, but still doesn't give her a reason to let another person die in there. And that girl who's locked in, she slips on the blood stupidly, while this bad CGI white alien attacks her, and then she gets the other woman. She gets a gun and she just slips on the blood. Stupidly, she too slips on the blood. So what is this? This is not like. This is like, what is this? Someone have a dumb horror movie from a slasher film. How they trip and fall to escape from the killer and all that. This is an alien film. We don't need to see stupidity like that, tripping over like an idiot. And then she runs away again. The thing breaks out through the little window, and she gets a shotgun, and she stupidly starts shooting all throughout the ship and missing. And because of that, shooting like an idiot, she shoots wherever it was and on the ship and blows up the whole shuttlecraft. Blows her up as well. This is what Ridley Scott has gone to now. Stupidity of characters where they trip in blood over and over like idiots, and then one shooting so missing the thing and shooting the whole ship and messing it up and killing themselves and blowing up the whole, as a result, blowing up the whole ship with them in it. I'm just trying to be calm because if I scream and yell, I'm gonna get notice saying, "Hey, keep it down." That's why. Otherwise, because usually I'm a person who's always trying to keep my composure and stuff like this. But I'm so enraged right now. But I'm trying to keep calm at the same time. I just feel like just take this phone by the neck and just strangle and throttle it like this. It's just because the script is horribly written. That's the thing. It's the script. It makes characters so dumb. It is really dumb. It is one of the dumbest characters in the Alien franchise by far. So because of the stupidity of the woman shooting the ship, missing the alien, and blows the whole shuttlecraft up, then the other guy who got the up the nose comes out through the mouth, and one slashes a guy through the mouth, kills that one person. Which I don't care which character it was, because I don't care about any of these characters. And then David shows up, scares it away, and he explains this is 10 years after Prometheus. He takes him to this which actually kind of looks like kind of like he started in Assassin's Creed. Literally, he's wearing like the long cloaked hood with long hair. It sort of looks like a rip off his version of Assassin's Creed. Fitty because he started in it. But he takes him to this place where he's been staying at, and you see all these dead bodies of the engineers, and you get a flashback when he was in that alien ship, and he killed all those engineers with that black goo. In which even the engineers, they're stupid themselves. They're staying all in one big crowd, where he can just drop the whole entire thing off, the black tar. And he explains. It's just like this is too much exposition, and all by this point I would say is probably about maybe. Well, before we get to this is but mostly about David. Mostly about David. I didn't come to watch an alien movie, which has been marketed with the xenomorphs, the posters, when it's mostly about the whole movie's been about David. So yeah, he explains, and it just shows what I don't know what's going on here, because I'm just watching this scene right here where Walter, he's the good android. David is showing Walter how to play the flute. This is what an alien franchise has come to, where two androids, well, one teaching one other one how to play a flute. And that's not the bad thing about this. Well, I'll get to another moment in a minute here, but this is what I'm watching an alien movie for, is watch one android to another play his duplicate counterpart to play a flute. Oh, use this and blow into it gently. Blow into it gently and just take the flute and stick it up your ass. That's what it was. Take that flute, shove it up David's ass. And then the one alien creature, the white one, which bad CGI. It's bad CGI in this movie. Bad of the little aliens, and then bad of this white alien. It kills one of the a girl, beheading her, and then David he stands there looking at it. I'm guessing he loves his creation so much, and that's another thing. Later, when he takes Billy Crudup to the eggs, he created the eggs. He created the alien eggs because of gene splicing. Because you see that Rooney Mara, the character of Shaw from Prometheus, she's dead. And people who back then who watched Prometheus when it came out, wondering if they want to explain that what's going to happen in the next Alien film when she said takes David and like answer the questions. You're not getting that because she's dead. You know, she's dead because David experimented on her. He created the aliens. He created the xenomorph eggs. He created the face huggers. And because Ridley Scott, he hated the idea because of the alien. He hated the idea of Alien Queen and James Cameron's Aliens. So he got his wish and he altered it. I'm sorry. I'll take the Alien Queen any day over this robot. I'm gonna say android, robot, whatever. Michael Fassbender. I'm sorry. My brother. He enjoyed Michael Fassbender. He thinks he did a good job as both the androids. I'm sorry. Well, I hated him as David. I'm sorry. I think that this character as David is overrated. I'm sorry. My brother, he likes this film and he likes David. I'm totally disagree. I'm totally in disagreement. Totally. I don't get the whole praise for this thing because he throughout this was this Ridley Scott's idea to make this whole thing use this whole alien marketing as a front to cover up for David because it's mostly about him. Because it's almost about him. He created the old eggs and the xenomorphs. This is all about him. This year, the posters, the marketing, it's all a front, a cover up for David. You know. So yeah, Billy Crudup, he finds the dead girl. He shoots the white alien, and David's going, "No! How could you?" And then he says, "Oh, here, let me show you how it's done." And Billy Crudup, he's stupid enough to go follow the guy. He's stupid enough to follow the guy, lead him down to the dark room where the eggs are, and more character stupidity. When this guy who was in love with his creations, and as if he wanted to, especially when that alien was standing in front of his face, look, he was ready to kiss it. I swear. He loves his creations. He says, "How could you?" and defended it that even though it killed your crewmate, but you're stupid enough to go follow the guy, and then when he shows you the eggs, and the thing opens up, and he tells you, "Go ahead, have a look, see what's in it." Will you be stupid enough to not to go follow this guy and trust this guy? No, because the script made these characters dumb. And Ridley Scott, I'm sorry. I enjoy a lot of your other movies, but including your masterpiece of Alien. But you're just ruining your whole franchise. You're literally shooting yourself in the foot right now. You are. But with this horrible script and with just the stupidity of characters. He is really literally shooting himself in the foot with this film. That's why he needs to not direct any more Alien films altogether and get out of the Alien franchise. Go with Neil Blomkamp's choice because it's a far superior idea than this. Than a guy who trusts his android to look in the alien egg. I mean, in the first Alien with John Hurt, may he rest in peace. That's acceptable because, it's curiosity. He didn't know. Plus, he had a helmet on to try to protect himself. That's all forgiven, though, nowadays. But this is just... You trust an alien who killed a crewmate, and you shoot the alien, he says, "How could you?" And you follow him, and you tell him to look inside the egg. And then, of course, the face hugger. And then, bursts out of him. And this is a bad CGI xenomorph, which is completely different from the classic look of the xenomorph, by the way. Because not only it doesn't have that good old classic baby xenomorph chestburster look, it's completely different. It's bad CGI especially, and it starts growing like in 30 seconds. And then he's moving it like this. Like I said, he's so in love with his creations. He's so in love with them. I don't care if he's in love with himself anyway. Oh, of course he probably does because he kisses his duplicate counterpart Walter because he wanted to join him, and he goes and kisses himself. So literally, he is kissing him. That's why I would part. Because my brother was sitting next to me in the theater, and every time, I don't know if it was every a minute or 5 or 30 seconds or whatever, he says, "Look at me," because he wants my reaction. He deliberately wants to go. He went to see me because he wants to get my reaction, because he knows how I am about stuff like this. And when I saw that when David kisses himself, or Michael Fassbender kisses himself literally, that's when I just wanted to walk out of the theater. I really wanted to after watching that scene. Yeah. So this is what this franchise has gone to. I'm holding this because Alien Covenant with this thing. This is a front. If you like this film, that's fine. So that's what you want to see. A film that's about an android kiss his duplicate himself. Is that what you want to see? When I saw that, I was like, kiss himself. I just wanted to pull my hair out. This is why does this make me just want to pull my hair out? Really just want to pull all my hair out. Alien franchise, a classic franchise, leads up to a self-duplicate of an android kissing his duplicate self. So he attacks him as if he killed him, and he goes and he tries to they're trying to do like a rip off of the first one when with Ash, Ian Holm with Ripley. David's trying to do the same thing with this with Daniels, but Walter, because he's because it's been a few years since his time, and there was some upgrades. Fights him, and while this is when we're getting introduced with this now. Finally, after what an hour and 35 minutes into the movie, when makes his full on appearance, it kills one guy, and there's a face hugger attacks another guy. When he gets burned by the face by the acid of the face hugger. The guy and Daniels, Katherine Waterston, and while finally, because Dan McBride, throughout this, even though he's been seen sporadically throughout this whole time, because he's trying to establish communication because the hurricane, the storm, and all that, he finally gets down there, and they get on board, and while Walter is fighting David, and you see them because they're like one's about to. I think it was like David was about to stab. I forgot. It was either Walter or David because one had a knife, and then it cuts away, and then one comes out. Now, automatically, I instantly knew that was David, because it tries to make you think that Demian can't figure this out. It's like straight out of like a slasher film, literally, because it takes on that cliche of, okay, yeah, the two who are identified or exactly identical, but it cuts away, and one comes out. I knew that I instantly knew that was David, instantly, as if that's stupid to figure out. Because if it cuts away like that and one comes out, you have to wonder if that is like 90% of the time, 90% chance that's like the evil twin. But yeah, but we're not supposed to think that's David. It's supposed to be Walter this whole time still. So they fight with the xenomorph. The girl is on top of the ship trying to shoot at it. She can't hit it, and then she gets to this crane with a claw and then crushes it. So they think all is well, but the guy who got burned on the face, apparently the face hugger got enough time to plant the egg inside of him, and it burst out through him. So now there's another one on board, fully grown instantly. And then you get the scene straight out of a slasher film where the couple that was with Dan McBride the whole time, they're in the shower. It's like just like when you saw in the teaser, in the shower scene, kills them both, and now it's the girl and Dan McBride. Which now they steal out of the first film and Alien 3, where they tell him to close the doors so it has to make him go this way. Make it go this way, you know. Close the doors. So, and which is kind of funny, that if that is Dave, it is David, why doesn't he just use them? In order to close the doors, why don't you just close all the doors around them and trap them? Because he tries to kill the girl, and he killed all the engineers. So I don't know what his deal is. So, and he loves his creation so much. Why isn't he just like trap them where the Xenomorph can get in and kill them? I have no idea why. So then they get into the airlock, which through all the vehicles they have, and one thing leads to another is that the one big vehicle where the girl's standing there, where it's supposed to jump at her while the vehicle's behind her, and she gets out of the way at the last minute, and then it gets impaled by a large spike on the vehicle, and it goes back into space. I mean, come on. This is like the third. Well, let's see here. Actually, it's like kind of like the third. Maybe kind of. I think it's kind of like the fourth, because the first film, yeah, the airlock, right, dump into space. The second film, Aliens, the Queen, airlock, dump into space. Not the third film. The fourth one, Resurrection, is kind of I would say kind of the way with the newborn, where she opens the makes the window, lets all the air out, and the thing gets brutally sucked into space by sucking all the insides and bones and all that. So I would kind of put that because that's another one gets dumped into space, but in a much brutal way though. And here, like I said, like the alien just gets impaled by a vehicle and just gets dumped back into space through the airlock, the big airlock. Is there another way we can just do like? I mean, even Alien 3, they try to pour that napalm or whatever it was, and then with the water to cool it off, and it crackens and explodes. But then it comes with the downbeat ending where Dan McBride he gets in the crowd too first, and then when Katherine Waterston, she is getting ready and she talks to, which is David, which she still thought it was Walter, about the cabin because early in the movie she mentioned this to Walter because when her husband died, James Franco, they wanted to build this, when they get to the new planet, they want to build a cabin by the lake. She tells about them again, and she kind of noticed because he didn't exactly remember what she said. And he's like, oh, it's David. And he goes, shh. And locks her in the cryotube. And now he has 2,000 colonists to experiment on. He vomits up 2 of the little facehugger embryos. So now, and then he poses as Walter, signing off. Where everybody on the crew were, except for Dan McBride and the girl and the 2 colonists, were killed in the solar flare or shockwave where I was from the beginning of the film. Walter signing off. And I'm ready to sign off as well because I had enough of this. I am officially done with this Alien franchise. I don't want to see any more Alien films anymore. If they want to do Neil Blomkamp's way, which they're not going to do anyway. I need to cool off. I just need to cool off. Just need to calm down. Calm down. Oh yeah, but even before this, my stomach. Before I started this, my stomach has been hurting. My stomach has been feeling queasy. It is hurting me right now because I watched this movie because I knew I had to. I knew how, when I was revisiting this again, this abomination, an insult to the Alien, more of an insult to the Alien franchise. Well, Alien 3 is what killed the franchise off. My dad, he hates that film to death because what it did. Same thing. Alien 3 will be the only one, always the one that kills off this whole franchise. This is just adding more. And this and Prometheus, well, this is more dumber than Prometheus. This is adding more salt into the wound. And this is especially when this is Ridley Scott behind the camera. When you have is masterpiece Alien and this is just night and day. And it's making my stomach feel more queasy now because I just want to puke up the bull crap that I spilled my guts to on this video, this rant. I just need to calm down and I just need if he wants me to go take a full bottle of liquid Pepto-Bismol to fully digest what I just went through. It just says, why not go with Neil Blomkamp's story with Ripley, Newton, Hicks? Why? Fans would have loved that, They would have tossed Alien 3 aside, and that would have been the true Alien 3. Why? Why? Because it would have been too good. It would have closed off the franchise. No. Horrible script. And the dumb characters, really, really dumb characters, doing stupid stuff that is insulting to my intelligence and to everybody else's. James Franco, 10 seconds, dead, in the very start. Totally waste of a actor, 100%. One of the worst I've seen of a total waste of a good actor. This is a front, a cover-up, for David. And that's another one. David's movie. All of it. Not an Alien. David. What you call maybe David Covenant. He's the creator of the xenomorphs, the facehuggers, and the eggs. Like I said, that Ridley Scott he never liked the idea of the alien queen. So David's the creator. He's the queen, basically. He's the queen. The queen bee, he is. Dave, and more of David. Him teaching his duplicate Walter playing the flute. Or in the beginning, him playing the piano. And then, the piece de resistance, him kissing himself. Is that what we want to see in an alien film? This is what we want to see of xenomorphs and facehuggers and all that? No, we want to see an alien robot, well, not an alien, a robot kissing his twin robot itself. That just made me want to leave the theater. I wanted to leave, but no. I had to get through it just to see how the rest was, so. I just never been more insulted as a fan of the franchise. Aliens, that's it. Alien 3 and from the rest from then on, it's all flushed down the toilet now. This just sealed it. This is the nail in the coffin of this franchise. Shouldn't say that. Alien 3 is what started this whole thing. That was the nail in the coffin. They just continued on and onward just for more bullcrap reasons. A terrifying and exhilarating thrill ride. No. Don't buy that at all. Was nothing like that. The best Alien movie since the original. Really? The best Alien movie since the original? If people think that it is, feel free. I'm not gonna say otherwise. But for me, it isn't. The only thing that's the best Alien movie since the first film is the second film. No way in hell on earth is Aliens. This film is ever gonna touch Aliens. No. Until as if hell will freeze over. That ain't gonna happen anyway. The best alien film since the original? No, it's Aliens. It's a film called Aliens. With "Get away, you bitch." That's the best line than anything in this movie. There was not even no badass one-liners in this anyway. So, there's a Danny McBride. He's the best part though. But he's given nothing to do. He's on the alien ship for most of the movie just to try and stay contact, and that's it. And I would love to see cause he's doing a little bit more of a serious role from his other stuff from comedy films. And hell, James Franco and Danny McBride, they collab a lot in movies. I would like to see that. Those two as a comedic duo as the two leads in an alien movie. It's like the complete opposite of what they've done from comedies. Going from comedy to science fiction horror together like that, I would love to see that. Just get rid of all this dumb stuff they did and try to make them a smarter script with those two as the leads. Everyone would like to see that? These two from comedies to this as the leads, and they live. How about that? Which is why they didn't do that in the first place. You know how Danny McBride and James Franco they like working together. You see from Your Highness and This Is the End and Pineapple Express. I don't know why. I don't know why. But yeah, Danny McBride shows he can do a little bit more of a serious role other than being in his the comedy films he starred in. I don't know why. I just don't know why. And I know Danny McBride. If they do make another Alien movie after this, he's not gonna live in the next one. Because you think that which I don't know why David would have let the two people live. He was trying to kill them anyway. I don't know why, but they're not gonna live in the next movie because probably they're gonna be experimented on anyway, like the 2,000 colonists that he's gonna do. But I don't want to. And this fact that Michael Fassbender's dual performance as Walter and David got so much praise, I don't understand it. I guess I'll never will. My brother, he enjoyed Michael Fassbender. I don't get it. Wait, people think that him kissing himself and then him teaching him how to play the flute, that's a good performance? In a film that's called Alien, which comes in about it comes about probably about an hour and 35 minute mark, and when the film ends before the credits, it ends at an hour and 55 minutes. So expand of 20 minutes of the time when of this xenomorph shows up. 20 minutes of a closer to an hour 2 hour movie. And a film called Alien Covenant. For most of the movie, it's been about David. I didn't ever care for David in Alien and Prometheus. I hated Prometheus. I didn't care about his character in that film either. Or anybody in that movie either. Oh my God Almighty. Yeah, this is either number one. I'm still debating because there's another film that also pissed me off a lot. As this is on that film is on the same level as this. I'm still debating. This is number one or number two. Like I said, I hated Baywatch. Well, that's nowhere near on the pedestal of this though. But still, I did not like that movie anyway. I hated Justice League. I hated Wonder Woman. But this is a lot worse than those movies. Because this is insulting as a fan of Alien and Aliens. It is. Especially especially this is a prequel to Alien, and it just destroys the mystery even more. That's another insult to the one right there. Because we can never have anything that's a mystery. We can't use our own imagination to figure things out on our own, you know? What is ever wrong with that? Mystery is... Because what, the a mystery is dumb? No. Which goes the same with the Thing prequel, because that's a mystery I did not want to know. What happened at the Norwegian camp? Didn't need to do that. Here, same thing with Alien. What is this ship? What is this the space junker? What is that? Prometheus in this just messes it up even more. Ruins the mystery of it. It does. I told my dad, you don't see this one. He has no care to see it anyway. Because he was done with this franchise since Alien 3. Because, yeah, it's basically the same thing I'm saying. Alien and Aliens are really two good films for him and for me. As for my brother, he enjoys the whole franchise from 3, Resurrection, because, well, my brother, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit about what happens in Alien 3. He doesn't give a shit about the whole plot and what it does to the characters. He doesn't. He really doesn't. He just likes it. He just likes it because he's an Alien fan too. But he has a different. I have my way of to see how this Alien franchise goes. He sees it a different way. That's why we're both like yin and yang. That's what we are. We're yin and yang. But he likes Resurrection, and he likes AVP and AVPR, and he likes Prometheus a lot, and he likes this movie. He likes Michael Fassbender. I don't. I have seen nothing good about this except Danny McBride. The girl, Katherine Waterston, she's alright though, but she's given nothing to do either. Everything I said, nothing good about this movie. And it was very boring as well. This is almost 2 hours and it was very boring. It was slow, and especially the scenes with David with his counterpart Walter, it felt they went on forever. That's what also made the pacing so slow as well. I don't want to see any more Alien movies. I don't. Unless they want to go with Neil Blomkamp's choice. Which they're not going to do anyway, so that's never going to happen, but that's the only way I want to see it. I don't want to see any more Alien movies. They just need to stop this franchise, especially Ridley Scott needs to... I enjoy the films he's other done, besides Alien. I enjoy Black Hawk Down. The Martian from 2015, he did a good job with that movie. I don't know why... I don't know what else. I did a lot of movies I enjoy from Ridley Scott, though, but... Yeah, this film and Prometheus are definitely his worst movies. It's like he directed a masterpiece from '79 that's called Alien. And he comes back, does this. It's like night and day. It's an insulting as a fan of the original Alien. I love Alien. It's a sci-fi masterpiece. It's one of the most classic films of all time. And he does this and he just rubs the salt in him. He's literally shooting himself in the foot. I don't want to go on prolong. I don't want to prolong this anymore. So if whoever wanted me to do a review of this, because somebody wanted me to, it was a couple who wanted me to review this. So, well, you got your wish. Here, that's my thoughts on it. I needed to review something I did not like this year. Well, one film, like I said before, I got a lot of hate for it, but I'm not the only one who does not like Wonder Woman. I'm like, it was like 90% of people love the movie. There has to be the 10% of people who do not like Wonder Woman. I'm not the only one. But yeah. But Alien Covenant is a whole lot worse because it's an insult as a fan of Aliens. Because I grew up with those. So yeah. So I hope you all enjoyed my big rant on Alien Covenant. This is so trashy. It's garbage. It's shitty. And it just made my stomach hurt. The pit of my stomach right here hurt me so much. I just feel like I want to puke. I'm done with this film. But I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got what you wanted to see on my thoughts on Alien Covenant. Like I said, the reason why I have this is because I got it cheap, and it's just like but I just hit my freaking computer, So didn't I mean to hit the computer? I meant to throw it over there. But yeah. I'm still, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll have my decision. It is either number 1 or number 2, because there's one film that's on the same level as this that also pissed me off a lot. But yeah. So now it's also making my back hurt now. I gotta lie down, because my stomach can't take much more of this, otherwise I'm gonna vomit all over the laptop. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more movie reviews, because it's getting closer, so I have to do my other things that I do every year. So I just had to fit one of the worst ones I've seen this year. But thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos later. And once again, this film can kiss my ass. Later.